Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be your weekly spiritual guidance and advice. We're going to start with the Angel Guide Oracle. Let's see what messages the angels have for us. Thank you, angels. What messages does my collective need for this week? What messages are coming through from the angels? What do they need to see? Thank you. Ooh, ease and grace. Interesting. So Spirit's trying to tell you to give yourself a break. This is all about finding balance from within. I feel like you need to ground your energy, but I also feel like you need to release almost the weight of expectations from others off your shoulders. This is trying to tell you that all of us are due either a second chance or a little bit of grace from time to time. So be gentle on yourself and others this week. Give yourself some ease and grace. Interesting. What else do we need to see from the angels this week? Show me what we need to see. Take charge and action. I feel like you're going in a new direction. He's holding a arrow here. And I feel like arrows are always trying to tell us that before we get to our new destination, arrow has to be pulled backwards before it can catapult forward in a new direction. So wherever Spirit's guiding you to be, I feel like you need to take charge and take action to go in a new direction when the time is right, when Spirit presents the opportunity for you to change that. All right, so joy and contentment. They're trying to bring in some sort of emotional fulfillment, some happiness for you, and feeling balanced. And I feel like this is an opportunity for you to actually find joy in your life again. Magnus is confirming that. He always wants to be part of the videos, it seems. And honesty and communication. So where in your life do you need to have open, honest communication? Number one, with yourself, always, right? You want to make sure that you're being open and honest with yourself, that you're not trying to deceive or manipulate yourself, and that you also want to be open and honest when you communicate with others. And so allow Spirit to guide your steps in where they need you to be for that. What needs to change? Are you being truthful and honest with yourself and others? And if not, why not? What is it that's hiding or hidden in order to actually come to the surface and change to be open and honest? From the Ascended Masters, what do we need to see? Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. So I love this card in that when you start to expand your soul knowledge into the ethers, that you realize that everything with a heartbeat, everything that draws breath is interconnected. All living things on this planet are connected to Mother Earth and to the stars and celestial beings. And so this is an expansion of your wisdom and your knowledge. It's also expanding your heart space, and it's expanding out into the ethers. So your soul is actually growing. That takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of work. So give yourself some grace this week. It could be a bit of a challenge for you to step into these new roles. All right, we have charity, prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. I get the sense that the angels are trying to get you to see that you need to speak up for what it is that you want. And I feel like by doing so, your prayers will soon be answered. I feel like for some of you, it's like, you know what, I pray all the time and I don't see things change. Believe that things happen when they're meant to. Sometimes we need to be grateful for unanswered prayers, things that didn't happen that we prayed and we prayed and we prayed for, and maybe Spirit was trying to show us that there's a better way. I feel like you have an answered prayer that's coming in, but Spirit's got to line things up for you and be able to catapult you in this new direction. So ask for what it is that you need before you will receive it. Freya, cycles and phases. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. We do have a full moon that would have happened the week before you see this in the sign of Taurus. So the new moon is roughly a week or two after that. So whatever phase of the moon is coming up next is the one that they're talking about. I feel like there's illusions that are revealed. I feel like there's secrets that are revealed. And I feel like it's transformative energy to close out chapters in your life that aren't working. You can't get to the next phase without releasing the past, things that that don't serve you. So be willing to go in a new direction and don't worry about what you're leaving behind. Know that there is always something better trying to come in. And that's the joy and contentment that Spirit's trying to bring you. So there is a beginning within every ending. You have to close out the old to get to the new. And Lord Shiva, Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. I feel like your third eye is going to be blown wide open. If it's still not, I feel like Spirit's desperately trying to get you to pay attention to the signs they're giving you, the synchronicities that they're giving you, and you need to start seeing things with your third eye, with your intuition. And that intuition is what's connecting you to the ethers, to source energy. And so as a result, when you are connected, things just start to align and start to happen. So I feel like you are overcoming some challenges this week, and maybe they're mental challenges. For others of you, it could be something else. But I feel like you are being shown the path you need to take. The question is, are you ready to take that first step? Spirit's telling me energetically, you almost need to dance a little bit because things are about to get really good for you. So be honest with yourself about things that need to change and be willing to communicate what isn't working so that it can change. What do we need to see from the animals? There we go. Don't know why I can't say that word today. Mercury in retrograde always gets me tongue-tied, so apologies. It's going to happen for about 3 weeks, and then it starts to go back to normal. So anyways, let's see what we have from the animals. What messages do we need to see from the animals? The wolf. Magnus is part wolf, and I always wanted one, so I always feel like very connected to wolf energy. Listen to your inner wisdom and enjoy the gift of freedom. Where do you need to listen to your intuition? It's the same thing with Lord Shiva, that you need to trust your instincts and your intuition. I feel like wolves are very much loners, right? They're like, that's where the saying lone wolf comes from. Yes, they are pack animals, but they also are very independent creatures. And I feel like Spirit's trying to show you that you need to kind of step into that independent energy from time to time. So listen to your inner wisdom and enjoy the gift of freedom. They're trying to set you free from something. The hare, discernment before a passionate encounter leads to the magic of love. There could be some new babies coming in. I feel like rabbits are always symbolic for creation and fertility. And so if you're not looking for that right now, I would definitely use some extra caution. Be choosy of who you create with. Remember that it's a lifetime commitment, and I feel like sometimes we don't do that. So be careful, be cautious. If you're not looking to start a family, use precautions, because I do feel like this could be about creating life. If you are wanting to start a family, I would say that that is an indication that that's a welcomed sign. The Black Panther. Sensuality and passion stir beneath a cloak of secrecy. Somebody is hiding how they feel. But I feel like that will be illuminated, that things will come to the surface and that that's going to come out. But this person is hiding how they truly feel. And I feel like there's a lot of sexual tension and passion there, but something has to change for that to come out. I feel like it could be a welcomed change once somebody actually reveals how they truly feel. And the tortoise. When changes are made for the sake of change itself, resist. Remember, we're going through a lot of spiritual growth and changes right now, and part of that is something that's necessary that maybe we aren't ready to change, and other things are imposed on us that require change that maybe we don't want. So if it's something that isn't your idea and it's not Spirit that's nudging you to do it, resist the change. You'll know when the time is right to actually do that. All right, let's see what kind of signs, symbols, or synchronicities we need to watch out for in the next week or so. What do they need to see for this message? Recharge. All right, Spirit's asking if you are feeling filled up or do you feel depleted? Are you exhausted? Are you burnt out? Is there something that you need to do? Because they want you to rest and recharge so that you are filled up. The Eye of Ra. So you could be dealing with masculine energy. There could be some issues with the right eye. This person's quite protective. They could be a little bit prone to violence for protection reasons. I feel like they're not a violent person normally, but use logic. They might speak more than one language. I feel like this person operates mostly out of their reason, so logic and reason. They might be really good in math or science, but I feel like this person is somebody who is very protective over you. All right, what else? The Moth. Remember that endings bring new beginnings. So whatever has to close out in your life is going to be illuminated so that you can actually transform. And like a moth to the flame, your opportunities are coming in. The 7 tells us that we are headed towards a stage of completion. On the 7th day, God completed a cycle. So there's 7 days in a week. I feel like this is an important number that if you start seeing 7s, you're going to know that you're on the path to something almost being finished. All right, how do we raise the vibe this week? What do we need to see? Believing is seeing. I think this came out in last week's message as well. So I feel like you have to believe that these things are possible before you're going to see that. But nothing is impossible with the divine's help. So the old saying is seeing is believing. You're going to see it when you believe it. And that's how manifesting works. So you need to connect to the higher realms. You need to meditate. You need to ground. You need to clear. You need to pray. And you need to believe that you will see these changes actually happen. Whether it's love, whether it's money, whatever it happens to be, believe it. And then you're going to start to see it. What else do we need to see? You are safe here. Angels want you to know that you're always protected. They're always guiding you. If you need more help or assurance, ask for what you need. They want you to communicate with them. And where there's a will, there's a way. So follow that yellow brick road. You're eventually going to wind up where you're supposed to be. Yes, there's going to be detours. Yes, there's going to be a little bit of obstacles in your path, right? But that's part of life. You're learning lessons as you get to your final destination. So follow the yellow brick road. Get to where you're going to be. It doesn't matter how long it takes for you to get there. The goal is to get there. So where there's a will, there's a way. And I am surrounded by angels. They want you to know that you are always protected. You are always being guided and that you are always safe. So you could be seeing feathers. Ironically, my shirt, if I can get it, has feathers today. So watch out for feathers in your path. I feel like that's an indication that Spirit's really trying to communicate that they are with you. The color could be significant in whatever color you find. So look up what colored feather you find online and see what the color is telling you. So that could be another indication of what exactly sort of protection or message is coming through. And know that you are always surrounded and protected by angels. Have a wonderful week.